Hey, Nam, how you doing? Good to see you. Glad you can make it in. Just doing a little work here real quick. Let's see. We got Gabriel. How are you doing, Gabriel? Phoebe's in the house. Hi, Phoebes. It's been a little while, lady. How you doing, girl? You acting crazy, behaving yourself? We'll get started here in just a minute. We got 2 more minutes. You guys looking forward to the long weekend? I'm doing well. Good. The huge. I'm doing well. My dog. Yesterday I told you I had that seizure, and he seems to be doing okay. So we did some stuff. I just kind of relaxed, watched him. We have yesterday. So yesterday it was kind of a strange deal. So I uploaded the video to my website, and oh, excellent. Well, welcome. I'm glad you guys could make it. Yesterday I uploaded the video, the abstract shape art video, and some people were able to watch it and some people were not. So I've spent this morning trying to figure out what the... Layla, hello. I'm waiting for my pizza delivery, Layla. I'm waiting for my pizza delivery. Anyway, so I uploaded it, and some people were able to get it, and then I got an email from Colton in 3rd grade, and he said that he was not. Hello, Jacob and Hannah. How are you doing? So I don't know exactly what's going on. Some people are able to watch the videos after the fact on their iPads, and others are not. So I'm trying to play around with the different forms of movies that are out there. I'm doing all of this stuff on MacBooks, and I am able to watch it on some of my machines, but not on others. So just bear with me. It's a learning process. Ladies, boys and girls, my buddy Jeff Snow has made an appearance. Welcome. Glad you could make it. I see that it's Tuesday. You have the day off, so excellent. I'm glad that you can make it, Jeff. Maybe you could create some wonderful artwork with the kids. Colton does it. Yeah, Nancy. So Colton said yesterday, he sent me an email. He could not open up the video. And he said it was on Facebook. And this is on Facebook. I understand that. But I downloaded the video from Facebook, and so you guys could actually watch it. So I'm not 100% sure what's going on. I got an email. I got a couple of emails out troubleshooting, and so that's what I'm going to be doing the rest of the week. But yesterday was a kind of a cool video, or cool project. So today, what we're going to do is we're going to do 2 things. You're getting baby chicks, Layla. Well, awesome. Maybe you could draw them. That would be fun. One thing we're going to do is we're going to focus on doing some pysanky eggs. Pysanky eggs are some really cool, and I'm having some problems, technical problems, not user error problems, but technical problems. I'm going to show you some stuff here. There you go. We have the glare, of course. My lights are adding there. So these are pysanky eggs. They came from a tradition in the Ukraine, and what people had done is this is kind of the start of Easter eggs. We're going to draw them, or you can paint them. I'm going to do both, Nam. I'm going to do both. So you do whatever you'd like. We could do it in oil pastels first, or you can do it kind of depends on what your art supply situation is. You can do it with oil pastels and then do a watercolor resist. You can do it with some markers. You can just do paint, pencil, so on and so forth. But today what I'm going to do is I'm going to work with some markers, and then I'm going to come back and paint them. Pysanky eggs are, it's Ukrainian, and in pysanky it means to write. When you say to write, what we're talking about, my wife is an interior designer, and so she has all these nice little fun things that you put in your house. This is supposed to be, I don't know what this is supposed to be, but it's a ball covered with moss, fake moss. So let's just imagine that this is an egg. And so the pysanka people, what they would do is they would get some beeswax and then heat it up really, really hot and make these stencils on an egg. And the egg would form that mask, similar to an oil pastel, a watercolor resist with oil pastels, but they would do these designs. And part of the tradition would be that they would use 40 triangles in their design. So the diagonal lines and the horizontal lines, and then the diagonal lines will be our key points. We'll try to do some triangles and have maybe 40 triangles in these pysanky pieces. We're talking about colors. Try to keep those color groups. So we talk, if you think of a primary and secondary color wheel. Hey, Sandy, how are you doing? If we're talking about a primary colors, we're talking about red, yellow, and blue. But then we throw in the secondary colors in there: red, orange, yellow, green, blue, violet. You're looking at different groups. You could have the warm colors, red, orange, and yellow. You could have cool colors, green, blue, and violet. We could have some analogous colors where you'd have like a yellow, green, and blue. That's a nice color combo. Or violet, red, and orange. Lots of different things you can do. Try to keep a color scheme limited to 3. That would be a good deal. So I am going to move my stuff over to my easel. I'm going to move myself over to the easel here. I'm going to start off with some black marker, just because, actually I'll do some blue, just because it's a little bit easier to see than pencil. I'm going to do a horizontal line. Let me bring that a little bit closer. And a vertical line. Looks like a lowercase t. And I've got this nice little curved line here. Hey Safik, how are you doing? Very similar to the heads that we've made before. It's not an oval, it's not a circle, it's more egg-shaped. So with that, I'm going to break it into we're going to use this as our center point, and I'm going to go above and below that in equal spots. I'm going to do some lines, a diagonal line here and a diagonal line here. So currently right now I have 2 triangles, a diagonal line here, 3, and another diagonal line. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I actually have 4. I'll split these down the middle here like so, and like so. I can split these down even more and more. We have a whole series of zigzag lines. They are connecting diagonal lines. That's how you make a zigzag line. And you can decorate that however you want to. I'm going to cut another horizontal line below. This is like a band here. I'm going to have a symmetrical triangle underneath that's above and below, also known as a flip, a mirrored image, drawing lines all in there. It almost has a little bit of a look. If you are a Keystone student, you have taken Mr. Gonzalez as your music teacher. It almost has a little bit of a pattern that you might see with on the tubanos. Jacob, what do you got? It looks like a nose. Is that what it is? Is that what you're saying? Well, you can choose. Now I'm going to add a little bit of variety to it. I'm going to put some circles in here. Circles inside of circles. Similar to our Wasily Kadinsky that we had yesterday. And you can just have some fun with it. How are we coming along on our 40 triangles? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. I've got 24, so that means I've got to do 16 more triangles. I'm going to do them down below. My dog likes to bark. Now I've run out of a little space right here. It's not matching up evenly. That's okay. That's that whole beautiful oops mentality there. Whole beautiful oops where you make them just like Bob Ross said. There are no mistakes. There's just happy little accidents. So I'm going to draw some lines down below here and below here, below here. Below here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We're very close. I'm going to do 2 more triangles. 1, 2, 3, 4. I got 4. So I have a total of 40 triangles on my egg, my Easter egg. So you decorate that how you'd want to. Do you want to do it with marker? Do you want to do it with paint? Your choice. I'm going to bring this back over to my table. I'm going to work with some marker today because I did a whole bunch of painting yesterday and my back is really not the best. It's not really hanging in there. Jeff, Jacob has an eraser on his nose. Well, Jacob, how do you expect to do art if you're having an eraser on your nose? That's kind of silly. Anyway, let's give a closer look. Here's my nice little egg. I've got You know, guy. Yes. So this guy that's commenting in the chat, his name's Jeff Snow. He's a chiropractor, and chiropractor is, well, I guess you could call them, I guess the closest thing that you could call him is a wizard, because he has this ability to jump on your back, like a wrestler, and he does this little drop in an elbow thing, and it makes your back feel 100% better. It's pretty crazy. You wouldn't think that it would, but it does. So anyway, I digress. I'm going to start off. My color scheme is going to be a cool color scheme. It's going to be old. I got friends from high school as well. Yes. Although, you know, this morning I have taken up biking and running, and I'm at 5.5 miles today. So not too shabby for an old man. Anyway, I'm going to keep that color scheme working, the cool color scheme, because I'm such a cool guy. I'm going to work with purple, I'm going to work with blue, and I'm also going to work with green. So I want to do one of the bands purple. There you go. And then I'm going to do these circles. Purple. Now you choose what you want to do. If you wanted to do, if you want to have all the bands, all the horizontal lines, one color, that's fine. Where you have a recurring pattern, that would be great. Oh, Baxter has made an appearance. Baxter, come here, bud. Oh, hold on. So, this is my crazy crack dog, Baxter. This is the one that had the seizure yesterday, and you can see he is doing okay now. But it's nice to see him doing well. Abby's over here, and she is snapping at him, saying, "Get going, Baxter." He doesn't like to listen very well. All right, so where was I? I've missed a spot on this line right here. And Baxter, he's made me misplace my purple. So I'm going to switch colors, and I'm going to go with blue. You guys doing okay today? What's everybody have on tap for this weekend? Are you doing anything fun this weekend? Gonna relax? Oh, thanks, Nam. Yeah, he's a good dog. He's very needy. He likes to, what he likes to do is like you're sitting on the couch and he likes to crawl up. He's almost kind of like a cat. Get real close, he's very neat. So I've got these 3 triangles right there. And it's going to be a recurring pattern for me. Now, if you want to do something different than on your pysanky egg, you do it however you want to do it. Now, tomorrow, you'll be happy to know we're actually going to be weaving. We're going to do some weaving. So I'm going to do some prep work for that. I might give you guys some homework. If there's time, maybe we can do some stuff. And you're sitting there going, Mr. Parker, homework in art, what are you doing? You don't assign homework. Of course I don't, but maybe today I will. You know, Southwick, you don't have to. That's just kind of the, that's just kind of what the tradition is. So if you don't have 40 triangles, it's okay. But me being the teacher, yes, I probably will have 40 triangles. Oh, there is my purple marker. I found it. So this is what I got going on right here. It almost has a little bit of a R2-D2 look to it. BB-8, if you will. So just a rule, just some advice, kids. So when you get older and you're doing something and your buddies come on to your live stream broadcast to harass you, then you just give them a compliment and call them like some sort of magician. And then they'll laugh, and then they'll say, all right, well, I'm not going to mess with him anymore. Because is that how you do it? That's how you do it. Yeah. So here we go. We got this nice little pysanky egg. Safik, how are you doing, man? You doing okay? Layla, with all these triangles, it kind of reminds me a little bit of the pizza delivery girl. For those of you guys that don't know that story, I saw Layla one time at a pizza place. She was eating pizza, and then she was going, pizza delivery. Super cute. All right, so that's what I got going on right now. And I'm thinking I need some more purple in there, maybe a purple triangle. And I might even break out the oil pastels. Yesterday's project, we used lavender quite a bit, so I might do lavender. I might do some light blue. Oh. You know what I heard today? There you go, Layla. You know what I heard today was that Major League Baseball was going to maybe go and do some games in Arizona, where all the players would go and travel to Arizona, and then they would play all the games in the Phoenix area, just so the world would have some live sports to watch, which I think is kind of cool. I think it's very cool. Oh, another thing, I'm not sure if you're a Keystone student, then you might know. Did you guys hear that Tim Duncan got voted into the Hall of Fame, the NBA Hall of Fame, which I think is really cool. If I were to go to school, and I would see him and say, congratulations. So, maybe I'll see him out sometime. There you go. I got some more purple in there. There you go. That's coming on nice. Now I've chosen to do a little bit. I'm going to go break out the oil pastels because I want to use some lighter blue to it. It's really not that much lighter. Here, I'll use a darker blue. And it's really not that much darker. It's about the same color. What do you think? That's not too much different. To my other markers. My work area is a big mess. I'll tell you what, I'm going to put some green in there. Is anybody going to, oh, hey, hook 'em horns, there you go. Ladies and gentlemen, my friend Dara and her daughter Ellie, I believe, they have joined the broadcast. They are in Houston and have a wonderful healthy eating live stream that they're doing. I've been watching that. That's been great. How many people have... Okay, again, do I need to take back my magician comment? I think so. Is anybody going to be doing any sort of Easter egg hunt this weekend? I used to do that when my daughter was younger. I'd go and get some eggs. There are kids on here, I'm just saying. There are, when my daughter Abby, when she was younger, she would, we'd get all these little plastic eggs and I'd put little treats in there. And then I'd go hide them. Then she would dress up and she'd have these nice little bunny ears. Oh, speaking of bunny ears, so on Thursday, tomorrow we're going to weave some baskets. So if you have any colored paper, like construction paper, break that out. And if you have any glue, that would be good, or scissors. Glue and scissors would be great. But if you don't have colored paper, what you could do is you could paint, or you could get some markers and then color some fancy, not fancy, but colored pieces. And we can cut it up and then do some weaving. If you were one of my students, have you done any weaving before? Of course you have. Of course you have. Well, in second grade, we were weaving. There was actually, with my Miss Cook's class, we started to do a little weaving before spring break. And those are sitting there in the art house right now. Waiting for you guys to come back. Very colorful. There you go. I think I need a little bit of brightness to that. It's very dark with the purple, the cool colors. It has a cool vibe to it. Blue, green, or green, blue, and violet. So I'm going to throw some yellow in there. That's the color that's right next to green on the color wheel. Might liven that up a little bit. So on those, for the Keystone kids, what are you guys doing for PE? You hanging out? Is Coach S putting some videos together? It's my Dora the Explorer moment of the day, where I ask a question. Can you say amarillo? And then there's a pause. That yellow kind of adds a little bit to it, don't you think? I think it does. You're rollerblading here. So you're rollerblading and then streaming me. That is a little dangerous, Dara. You be careful. There you go. We got Shirley Hooker in the house. Oh, for PE, that's what you're doing. Oh, I gotcha. Nice. Shirley and her husband Ray. I did ask, yes. Shirley and her husband Ray, they are some longtime friends of me, of mine, and Ray just made a really awesome stained glass window. You play games? What kind of games do you do? What kind of games do you do at your house with Coach S and Coach U? It is Coach. You put a little chick in there. Oh, nice. It was Coach. It's Coach S's daughter's birthday. Not Breely, but Mallory. She's turning 7. Coach S has like. Coach S just has like a. Oh, he just sends a video, huh? Coach S has like 150 kids. He has a whole flock of kids, whole flock of chicks. I kid. He does not. He only. I think. What is going on, Jacob? Are you just making up little poems about bears? We got Easter coming on here. There's no bears, it's bunnies. Bunnies and chicks. And Easter egg hunts. Not pears. And Bob, are you talking Bob? Like the Bob Ross? I was thinking about wearing the Bob Ross wig and the beard tomorrow. Have that be like a Wednesday thing. What do you guys think? Easter baskets with Bob Ross. Ted. Ted's in the house. Ted, how's your leg, man? You doing good? Oh, Jacob wrote that. Anna, I saw you watching some sort of hurricane thing. Doppler radar. Do you like that? Are you going to be a weather lady when you get older? All right. So here you go. I got my nice little pysanky egg. I might come back with some. Now, the pysanky eggs, they have this beeswax that you heat up this wax and you put it on the egg, and then you dye the egg. It's really more of an oil pastelish type piece where it would leave white. But since I've done these darker colors, I'm going to go over this with black. That seems to be a recurring theme of mine, black outlines. Jeff, what do you think? You're going to go eat? We'll see you, man. Take care. So, how's yours coming along? Is it good? Hey, so I talked to the Artsonia people, and some people are doing the parent deal. I know Nam, you were one that had the parent gallery, and then there's William Cradell that had another one. Well, you stay healthy, man. Just keep on that. Anyway, so I talked to the Artsonia people, and they are changing that stuff. So it's supposed to, if you log in as a parent, it's supposed to direct you into the student account. And the reason why you do that is if a parent uploads art, it creates their own gallery, that like a parent secret parent gallery. And I don't get to see that art. So I know McCheese, I know you did that. Nam, Crydell. So, oh, I'm liking the black. I'm liking that black outline a little bit. Let's come along. I'm not sure what's going on over there at Jacob and Hannah's house. They got 2x4s. They're shooting bears with pears. So my daughter, for the last couple of months, has given up meat for this deal called Lent. And on Easter, Lent is over, so I think we're going to have some meat. It's made it hard to be a vegetarian during this time. Going to the grocery store, have most of the produce all gone. Oh, that's nice, Ted. That's really great. Boys and girls, Ted is a friend of mine that's an art teacher. He lives in Tennessee. I will be spending an awful lot of time in Tennessee in the next 4 years because that's where my daughter's going to school in Nashville. You're a vegetarian, Safik. I did not know that. I am not a vegetarian. I like a good piece of brisket and a hamburger. So I think we're going to have hamburgers. If you had a choice, food-wise, meat, and you haven't had meat in a while, what would you choose? What would you choose to eat? Safik, what would you choose? I know you're a vegetarian. So what is the closest thing that would you have, like a toasted cheese sandwich? There you go. What do you think? Very colorful. Where's she going to go to school? She's going to go to Vanderbilt. So I'll be spending an awful lot of time in Nashville area. It's good times. So we have that. That is our wonderful pysanky egg activity. You eat that. You eat that meat slowly. That is true. I was thinking about, so there's this process that's called sous vide, and where you get your meat, you put it in a vacuum sealed container, and then you put it in the water and you kind of slow boil it or heat it up slowly over the course of several hours. And I was thinking about doing a brisket. So found a recipe where you can do it for 30 hours and then smoke it afterwards. So we'll try. I figured that if it doesn't work out, she won't know the difference because she hasn't had meat in several months. So anyway, getting back to tomorrow's lesson where we're going to do some weaving. So if you have construction paper, that would be awesome. If you don't have construction paper, what you can do is get some paint and paint it. I have this nice bright orange. I have this very Yeah, there you go. We'll do. I have this very lime green. One to save 0 or sacrifice 1,000,000 to save 1. Who is now talking? Oh, what are we talking about over here, Jacob or Hannah? I've got purple. I've done this now. So we're actually going to cut strips out of that, and then different lines, and then we're going to weave that in and out to make a basket. It should be quite entertaining. So I got blue. I've got orange. I got yellow. I've got orange, yellow, green, blue, and violet. And I've got some paint over here. That's from yesterday. I don't know if that's going to be dry or not. It'll be a hodgepodge of stuff. Ah, there's Sandy. She's listening to that. So what we're going to do is we're going to cut strips. So for my students that are there, do you have any construction paper, colored construction paper? If you don't, you can always do it after the fact. It should be really kind of, I like this unit a lot. And then we'll go from there. So what time do we have? 1:40. You have over 200 pieces of construction paper, colored construction paper. Safik, that's awesome. What about Layla? What about you? Do you have any colored construction paper? Does anybody not have colored construction paper? No, so you can do is you can, if you wanted to do watercolors, you can put water down on and watercolors, paint it. So, but do it today. Do it today so it gives some time to dry. If you don't do it today, it's not going to be dry and it's going to be a mess. So, you don't have any? Do you just have paper, Layla? Just white? Do you have any colors, Layla? I know you have colors. Magazines and newspapers. Good job, Ted. Ted is my assistant today. He is the other art teacher in the room. All right, yes, if you think about newspapers, think about magazines. Certainly don't want to use toilet paper because that is precious at these days. So anything that is bigger than a sheet of notebook paper will suffice. So good stuff. How are your eggs coming along? Good. Your pysanky eggs. Now I have multiple descriptions here of pysanky eggs I was going to share with you guys. I did some searches on pysanky eggs. Here you go. 1 second. Oh, there it is. So a pysanky means to write, and you would, if you were making a real pysanky egg, you would use a raw egg, not a boiled egg, and they're written with a stylus called a kiska, which is a small funnel when you put beeswax on it. It's also how you would do. Oh, wrapping paper. That'd be nice. You have a baseball, Layla. I don't really know how a baseball, you could weave a baseball. So those eggs are, the designs are done with some wax paper and then dyed. A pysanky is where you decorate boiled eggs. So in the United States, at least in our house, we boil those eggs and then dye them with one color, with some vegetable dye. Those are eaten at Easter. I don't know if you like boiled eggs or not. I'm not much of a boiled egg fan, but my My daughter likes boiled eggs. My wife likes boiled eggs. My stepson likes boiled eggs. Stepdaughter likes boiled eggs. I guess I'm just the outlier here. A pysanky is a dot it's a dot on raw eggs decorated with this wax resist, but only dots are used. So you could actually make an egg using nothing but dots, similar to a pointillism piece. Be kind of cool. That is called a pysanky. A pysanky is to scratch the egg. So you would have the, I'm glad I could keep your attention there, Jacob. It's awesome. Pysanky is where you take like a little tiny, maybe even an X-Acto knife or a needle, and you scratch into the shell. I guess you'd be playing with fire there if it's a raw egg. A malovanky, you paint an egg with watercolors or oil paint. A nakalyanky is where you glue on stuff. So you could make different designs, cut them out, and then glue them on. A travlenky is etching, whereas you wax the eggs and then you etch the unwaxed areas. Pysanky, where you coat an egg with beeswax and then embed little beads into the wax. What is that called? Where you put the little it is the lonely fry. All right, my kids are going a little crazy here. There's all sorts of different things. But anyway, these eggs, now they were given to, traditionally, one was given to a priest, and then 3 or 4 were taken to the cemetery and put on the burial plots of people that had passed on, kind of in like the Coco or the El Dia de los Muertos holiday. We have 10 or 20 that were given to children or godchildren. 10 or 12 were exchanged by the unmarried girls to the eligible men. So you have, this is kind of like if you want to go out on a date with somebody, then that girl would give the boy an egg and saying, hey, what are you doing this weekend? 2 or 3 were put in the mangers of cows and horses to ensure safe calving. 1 egg was put underneath a beehive. Jacob, you would probably like that. And then everyone from the youngest to the oldest received their own pysanky egg. Young people were given pysanky with bright designs, whereas the darker ones were going towards the older ones. Bright meaning light, meaning youth, and then the dark meaning the older. Wealth of experience. How about that? You could see I went for the cool pieces because I gravitated a little bit older than you guys. And then maybe you're going for the bright yellows, oranges. You need my boot. I don't know what that stands for. I don't know what that stands for, Jacob. I mean, Zothic. So I don't know what's going on with that one video from yesterday. I'm going to keep trying to play around with it and see how that goes. But I do apologize. I don't know exactly why all of this would be fixed if YouTube would go unfiltered, but school is filtering YouTube right now. Despite the wealth of resources that are going on right now, I got to jump through multiple hoops and figure it out. Why some people are getting the video while others are not. So anyway. We got about 50 minutes, and I think we got kids that are just randomly saying stuff, rhyming cheese and boots, and I got quite the group of friends from other places that have logged on. So I think I'm going to call it a day a little bit earlier today. I got 1:47. But I have my afternoon cut out for me because of what's going on. Hola, Irma. Hello. Excellent. No Kristen stories today. We were dying eggs. So anyway, we've got, ladies and gentlemen, we've got our nice little pysanky egg. Cool colors with a hint of yellow because I'm holding on to that sliver of youth that I still have. Tomorrow, again, we're going to be weaving. So try to get some paper, whether it's colored construction paper, magazines, thanks to Ted, or newspapers. If you have white paper, we can do that. Oh, thanks. I appreciate it. My drawings, very nice. Thank you. And so we're going to do that. And then on Thursday, we're going to be the Albrecht Dürer with the etching of his rabbit, which should be fun. If you have styrofoam, that would be awesome. If you don't have styrofoam, that's okay. We can do some hatched lines and such. So please upload your stuff to Artsonia. I have directions on how to do that on my webpage. And then also, if you can't figure out Artsonia, I would like you to take a photograph of that and with your seesaw. And then, yes, that's my wife. She's sneezing. Lost my train of thought. Send it to your seesaw, and then just shoot it to me or email it to me. Okay, so on that note, I'm going to sign off for today and try to fix whatever problem I got going on with my videos. So, all right, guys, I'm going to take off. It's been great. I hope you enjoyed the pysanky eggs, and they are an excellent art project. We will talk to you soon. I'll talk to you tomorrow. All right, have a good one. Bye-bye.